This is a story of two men and how each of us is very much like them. We all have the place that we are and the place we want to be in our lives. The gap between those two places is often great and seemingly insurmountable. It's important to know in this story that these two men are the same age. They have similar backgrounds and were presented with very similar opportunities in life. One man spent 13 years in federal prison for armed robbery and racketeering. He dropped out of high school, was an alcoholic and drug user, divorced his wife, abandoned his son. He was a habitual criminal who blamed everyone for his life. The other man was well educated with multiple advanced degrees, happily married, solid family life, beautiful homes in the mountains of Colorado and the beaches of Maui. In 5 years, built an Inc. 5000 company to $20 million in revenue from scratch. He's a best-selling author, a man of integrity with meaningful relationships and a zeal and passion for life. What makes the difference? Why does one man create that type of happiness and the other struggles in almost every area of life? We all know that a person's environment and their associations play a major role. There's plenty of evidence that genes have an impact. Maybe the first fella just never got a lucky break. Didn't read the right books or attend the right seminars, had a tough childhood, or maybe it was just lousy parents. Here's the reality. These men are actually the same person. After being released from prison, Weldon Long took 5 years to create the second story. I met Weldon just months after his release and have seen the entire story unfold. If you want to know more, you can read his book, The Upside of Fear. But what he discovered is the common denominator, the secret sauce, if you will. And it's the shortest path to massive success in every area of life. The health you want, the finances to do, and the relationships that succeed. It's probably not what you think either. In this free series, you're going to learn exactly what this incredible common denominator is, the function which controls it, and the 4 steps to create it in your own life. But let me take a step back for just a minute. 18 years ago, like many young people, I was hungry, looking, and motivated. I had the great fortune of marketing and promoting some of the greatest speakers and trainers on the planet. People like Jim Rohn and Brian Tracy, Mark Victor Hansen. I was influenced by James Allen and Napoleon Hill's work. These people suggested that you could do, be, and have everything you wanted. And although I started my career with very, very little in the way of finances, I discovered what they said to be true. I applied these principles, built a 40,000-person sales force, bought, sold, and managed millions in real estate, had success in internet marketing, owned a successful restaurant, and was profitable in international investments. The point is, regardless of the industry, I've seen the same phenomenon over and over again. Some people would achieve success without the books, tapes, seminars, or most apparent tools, and others seem to struggle regardless of how talented, charismatic, or well-read they were. Why? Those things worked for me and others. Why didn't they work for everyone all of the time? Why didn't they always work? The reason I know now is that all those things are secondary. After years of training and conducting seminars to help people develop a vision, set goals, create a plan, inspect what they expect, etc., I began to realize that those things come after the one thing that always mattered and what almost all people were missing. It's what Mr. Weldon Long discovered in prison. It's why people struggle to bridge the gap from where they are to where they want to be. Their dream life, if you will. Are you ready? It's going to sound simple, even basic. It's